Hello, and thank you for joining me. This is Sarah Hurley from WTI. I am the event coordinator for our academic forum, and I want to quickly go over with you some facilitator information that'll help you prepare and be ready for the day. If you have any questions after this, you are welcome to call or email me at any time. I'm happy to answer anything that you are wondering about. On behalf of WTI, first and foremost, we would like to thank each and every one of you for sharing your time and talent with our community. The success of our conference is based on all of you, so thank you very much. For those that have attended before, you know this is a unique conference. It allows some really one-on-one time and peer-to-peer sharing, and our attendees really get a lot from what you, the facilitators, have to offer, so thank you. In the slides that follow, you will find information on our expectations for your session, how you can best prepare for the day, contacting attendees, day of information, access information to the conference Google site, and your session page. So we have created a page for you within our Google site, which we'll talk about in a little bit, survey information, and a thank you gift. Expectations for your session. Facilitator, not presenter. We consciously call you a facilitator and not a presenter because we do not want the traditional stand up and present from slide to slide to slide. We would like you to facilitate the conversation and allow for group conversation, sharing, and for time for attendees to soak in your concept and have an aha moment for the session. Less words, more visuals, and hands-on time. We like to think of your session set up as 20% traditional stand and present, 80% hands-on work time. If this ratio does not exactly work for your topic, that's fine. Just try and get as close as you can. The hands-on time is what makes our conference extremely unique, and our attendees love it. So the more they can actually apply the concept that you have just introduced them to, with you standing there helping them answer some initial questions and really getting over the anxiety of trying something new is critical. And it's really, really cool when it happens because it does allow for that aha moment, and our attendees thrive on it. Be flexible and patient. Just like your classroom, things come up. You'll have a variety of personalities and experience levels in front of you. Just be prepared for that and know it might happen. And do the best you can. Set expectations. After you introduce yourself, please remind attendees that you have put the session together based on your experience, not all of theirs. Yeah, that would be impossible. The idea for them, the attendees, is to take the information and apply it to their world. And the reason I bring this up is on our survey, we sometimes get the comments of, our facilitator used examples of his 7th grade classroom and I'm a 2nd grade teacher. I could not relate. Please help our attendees think outside the box when presenting information. And an easy way to do this is when you are standing up in front of all of them, sharing an example from your classroom. Say, this is how I use it in my classroom. Now, how would you think of applying it in your classroom? And allow that opportunity for the open dialogue and open conversation. Sometimes you need to kind of provoke the conversation and just start getting the conversation going. But get them thinking of how they can take what you've presented to them and apply it to their classroom. Preparation. Google is your friend. Our conference uses Google Sites as a back channel, and we have created a page for your session. Use this page for posting information, example, reference sites, or any other type of information that you would like to get to attendees. We will talk more about how to access this page in a few slides. Session length. Each session is 1 hour and 5 minutes. This is for our teacher track only. So if you're teaching or if you're facilitating in our elementary teachers or primary or secondary teachers, this is for you. Each session is 1 hour and 5 minutes. That's not a lot of time. So zero in on 1 or 2 main points. You can use your Google page to provide additional resources if you need. For those of you facilitating to our teacher group, you will repeat your session 3 times throughout the morning. If you are facilitating in our administrative group, our IT group, our tech coordinator group, or our smart content creation groups, you are with the same group throughout the morning and into the afternoon. So you don't need to worry so much about this 1 hour and 5 minutes because you are with your group the whole time. But still kind of the same point, zero in and focus in on a couple key points and just keep it simple. That way we're not overwhelming everybody. Less words, more visual, and hands-on time, similar to before. As you are preparing for your session, if you are spending more time on typing up a PowerPoint than gathering examples and thinking through a practical hands-on exercise, you are working in the wrong order. Please stop and simplify your presentation and your preparation time. Go easy on yourself. This really should feel like a casual conversation with peers. So again, if you're trying to come up with PowerPoint slides, a few are fine, but stop and just go back and think about the concept as a whole and how you can show examples and go easy on yourself with your preparation time. Have a plan B. Technical issues, I'm sorry to say, do happen. As much as we test and test again, issues are bound to happen. Please have a plan B in place should you not be able to access the internet or your files. Contacting attendees. If you would like to contact attendees and introduce yourself, invite them to your Google page or assign conference reading or homework, you are welcome to do so. I can slice and dice the registration list and provide you with contact information for those attending. Let me know and I can get that over to you. Arrival and day of information. Our agenda, directions to the campus, parking, and a campus map can be found on our conference page. And within the slide deck, you'll see I have a link to our conference page. Check-in. Please check in at the registration table. Student greeters will be there to direct you to your building and your room. Tech support will be roaming the hallways, and there will be a phone number to call should issues come up. However, similar to the Plan B, there's only so many tech support people, and they may not be able to get to you right away. So if you have a tech issue come up, please refer to your Plan B and use that until we are able to get to you and sort out the situation. Afternoon session. This is new for WTI this year. After lunch, attendees will be going to a larger room for our buddy up and share out session. So all of our teachers, our elementary and secondary teachers, will be going into one large conference room together. All of our administrators actually will have the option of going back into the administrator group or buddying up with one of you. Our IT group will go back to the IT room. Our tech integrators will go back to their tech room. And our smart content creation groups will go back into their individual rooms. But in these larger group settings, we're going to have attendees buddy up with somebody that they don't know from a neighboring or other district. And we want you to attend and participate with them. It is, like I said, designed to have attendees work with 2 or 3 peers from another district, and we're going to have them work on developing a mock plan, like a mock lesson plan or a planning session based on the new ideas or concepts learned during the morning. This is an awesome way for someone to meet someone new and hear new ways to put ideas and plans together. Really, it's 2 purposes. One, we want our WTI community to get to know and be comfortable reaching out to each other to ask questions and working together. Number 2, when you hear something new or you learn something new, it's kind of cool to work with somebody you don't know and hear a new way of thinking about it or a new way of approaching using it for the first time. So that's the point of the afternoon session and our buddy up and share out session. And for the brave, those who raise their hand and are willing to, the mock plans will be shared out to the larger group, again, as an additional way to hear new ways of thinking about the ideas. And we've been able to secure some pretty cool door prizes for those that are brave enough to get up and share their plans. Your Google site, or the Google site and your session page. Today I will be, which today is Monday, November 16th, and probably into tomorrow, November 17th, I will be sending you, each one of you, an email. And an email will provide you access to your Google page. The email will look something like what you see on the screen. Once you get access to your page, there's a couple things I'd like you to do. One, I'd like you to edit your bio information and then include any resources or documentation that you want to the page. And to edit your page, once you're on there, you're going to look in the top right of the page for a pencil image. You click on the pencil image, you make your edits, and then you click Save, also in the top right, and that will save your information to the page. On the bottom is an Add Files little icon that you click if you want to add a PDF or any other documentation that you would like. My request is that this week, November 16th through November 20th, at some point you at least go into your page and become familiar with it so that you're used to using it. The reason I say that is next week is Thanksgiving, and then the week after that is our event week, and I'm going to be pretty thin on time and resources to be able to help each and every one of you. So I would like to be able to do that this week if you have questions about how to access your page. So please look for the email from me to give you access to your page, and then go in and just play around with it so that you're familiar and know how to do it leading up to the next couple weeks. I have in the slide deck provided 2 examples for you. 2 of our facilitators have gone ahead and populated their pages so that they can update it with the information that they need. So take a look at those if you're wondering what you can do with a page. On your session page, you will also notice a shared Google note-taking document. That will be uploaded here shortly, but the shared note-taking doc is for all attendees to use to document their notes and thoughts on your session, and it serves 2 purposes. One, for those that attend your session and hear something and then 3 days later forget what it was, they have something to go back and refer to. And the other purpose of the Google Doc is for those that cannot attend your session. There's, for whatever reason, either they selected another session or they couldn't attend the day but are interested in your information. They can come to your page and see your resources, and they can also dig into the Google Note-Taking Doc and see what attendees had to say and the key ideas that were pulled out. So please, at the beginning of each one of your sessions, encourage your attendees to open up and use this Google Doc as a source to share their notes. The information to come on your page is your building and room number. This is to be determined based on registration numbers, so I know that information is not yet listed on your page, but it will be. Survey. After your 3rd session before lunch, please remind folks to fill out the survey before they leave at the end of the day. Surveys can be found on the conference homepage. And for those of you that know, as a facilitator, you will receive the feedback that I get. And Mike and I also do really read all of the comments that come through on the survey, and I use that for future planning. So I really do appreciate the feedback. I look at it and I take it to heart. So it is not wasted time. I am reviewing it, and I appreciate everyone doing that. So please encourage folks to do that. Finally, before you leave on Saturday, December 5th, please come and find me. I have a little thank you gift for your time, and I want to be sure and give it to you in person. Again, if you have any questions, feel free to follow up with me. And again, thank you for your time and talent.